Elijah was afraid and ran for his life. When he came to Beersheba in Judah, he left his servant there, while he himself went a day's journey into the desert. He came to a broom tree, sat down under it, and prayed that he might die. "I've had enough, Lord," he said. "Take my life. I am no better than my ancestors." Then he lay down under a tree and fell asleep. All at once an angel touched him and said, "Get up and eat." He looked around, and there by his head was a cake of bread over hot coals and a jar of water. He ate and drank and then lay down again. The angel of the Lord came back a second time and touched him and said, "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." So he got up and ate and drank. Strengthened by that food, he traveled 40 days and 40 nights until he reached Horeb, the mountain of God. There he went into a cave and spent the night. Hello, this is Kenny Underwood coming to you from 1 Minute Sermon. You know, the Bible's full of so many rich stories if we'll just take the time to read them. That one comes from 1 Kings 19, and it's about Elijah when he's running from Jezebel, the evil one. Elijah finds himself in a desert, and he's so overwhelmed with fear and exhaustion that he prays to God to just take his life. He wants to die. But God didn't let that happen. God sent an angel. And the Bible says the Lord sent the angel of the Lord, which many believe when the Bible references the angel of the Lord, they're talking about Christ before he ever came to earth, the Spirit of Christ. So Christ gave him, or perhaps Christ gave him, some food. In fact, he gave him the second time food that sustained him for 40 days and 40 nights. Much like Moses was sustained for 40 days and 40 nights on Mount Sinai. And Christ himself was sustained 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. You know, have you ever been like Elijah? Have you ever been to that place, to the desert or to a valley that's so low? That's what the Bible refers to those down times as, either the desert or a valley. That's where Elijah was. And we all get there from time to time. You know, the pressures of this world, you know, financial concerns, family concerns, relationships, jobs, you name it, all of those things can add up and pile up on you pretty heavy and put you into a desert or a valley. But the good news is that while we're in that valley, Christ continues to nurture us. He will sustain us with food, and that food today that he sustains us with is his word. So if you spend time in his word, it'll give you the sustenance you need to make it that 40 days and 40 nights through that valley or through that desert. So I encourage you to read the book of Kings, 1 Kings 19. Take that in. It's a rich story. You'll learn a lot about Elijah, the prophet, and also about Jezebel, the evil one. And you know, when we're finished with that food, there is another mountaintop ahead of us. All we have to do is persevere, and Christ will see us through to that next mountaintop. So there you go. There's your 1 minute sermon. God bless.